everybody, it's Yugioh, and we're back with another Yu-Gi-Oh video. It's a real life. Look at my hands; they're real. They're not animated. Anyway, I don't know why I said that. I'm a weirdo. Anyway, so guys, this is just like the hero video that I did. This is the short version of the live twin video. If you don't watch that hero video, then that's okay because not everyone likes the same decks. Anyway, what I'm doing is I made a more in-depth explanation of like the deck profile in my. So this is a deck profile video. I mean, you could guess by the title, but I made a more in-depth video, so where I explain all my card choices, where I explain what everything does, where if you want to know like why every card is in here, why the ratios are the way they are, why everything. If you want an explanation, go watch that other video. I'll put the link in the description. But if you just want like a quick like I just want to see like the deck. I just want to see these cards. I don't want an explanation. I just want to know like these are the ratios that like are good. These are the ratios that are whatever. Yeah, you already know how to play the deck. You're just wondering, or like you already like sort of know how to play the deck. You already know what it does. You just want to know what are the ratios. This is that for that. This is like not no explanation. I'll still explain a little because I can't help myself because I'm just that kind of person. But I'm a weirdo. Just it's okay. But anyway, I won't go in depth about all the explanations. I'll explain a little bit just because like some of the card choices are like what, but yeah, this is my version of like a competitive live twin deck, so that's what we're doing, and I'll upload the combo video soon, I guess. But yeah, guys, this is what we're doing, and yeah. So let's get started. So first, 3 Live Twin Lila. It's the best starter in the deck. It does what it does. It summons the Kissakill out. Really good. 3 Live Twin Kissakill because Kissakill is oh, I'm sorry, my camera's in the weird place. Anyway, 3 Live Twin Kissakill because Kissakill is amazing too. It's not as good as Lila because you can't get Frost off it, but it's still really good. 1 Lila Treat because you can't get the special summon, but it's not a really good effect. I mean the special summon is, the other effect isn't. 2 Live Twin Kissakill Frost because it's a really good extender and it has a really good effect, but most of the time you can search it, so it's like you don't need 3, and you don't really want to see 2 in the opening hand. One of these for the new link, not new, it's old, not old, but it's like new-ish, I guess. The Burst of Destiny one, the Trouble Sunny, I think Trouble Sunny. That's basically why I play. It does come up for OTK scenarios, but not often. Usually just going to access code or something. Anyway, 2 Illusion of Chaos. So I played this because it shuffles back bricks. It shuffles back cards that you don't want, to see, that you want to keep in your deck for crossout, or just extra copies of cards, or just cards that you don't want to see. And also, if you have more than 1 copy of a spell card, it searches out souls. So you can literally just summon souls and get rid of those extra copies of spell cards, draw into more hand traps, draw into more extenders. It's really good. And yeah, I think Souls is a really good package here. I only play 2 of each because you don't want to ever see multiple copies of this card in your hand. And because if you see either one, basically it's 4 copies of the same card. Illusion just gets you to Souls. I think it's better to see Illusion than it is to see Souls, just because you can shuffle back a card that you don't want. But still really good. I love this engine in the deck, and you'll see if you want a more in-depth explanation on why I think it's good, go watch the other video. 1 Scythe because this deck can do it really easy. Also, you can do it off crossout. 3 Ghost Spell actually, because honestly, I think this is better than Ash in this format. Mainly because, yeah, it doesn't hit branded as hard, but there's so much crap in the format. It hits all the adventure stuff, it hits all the flunderies, and this deck hard lose heroes and this deck, which are both my main decks, which kind of sucks. Hard lose to flunderies. This one because it's a link based deck, but the heroes just because Dimension Shifter, and this deck loses to Dimension Shifter too, which is just stupid. Also, if you don't want to play these hand traps, you can literally choose what you want. I just think this is best. Honestly, you could get rid of 1 Ghost Spell, 1 Ghost Spell, 1 Ogre, and run 2 Lancia, which I think is really good. But I like this more just because Lancia is great and everything, but I'd rather have the Bell and I'd rather have the extra Ogre just because Adventure is so annoying. And this deck is very prone if they negate one of your linked monsters, most of the time it ends your turn. Well, if they do it at the right place, which usually, if they're good enough, they'll know. But anyway, the three ogre, two bell. Then two Ash, because Ash is really good, and I would play three. You can play three if you want, but I opted to play the Effect Veiler instead. One Nibiru because Nibiru kills this deck. One Effect Veiler because Effect Veiler is something that people are using more, especially if you're playing at the locals level. People who can't afford the imprims, can't afford the droplets, they're going to be playing Effect Veiler because it is the budget option. And I don't know, like this deck is competitive, but you can also use it at locals, right? And locals, honestly, I think locals are more fun. It's a more well, it depends on your locals, but mine are a really fun environment. The people there are all really nice. It's just a good time going to locals, you know. Then for the live twin traps, three of the searcher, which is Sunny Snitch. It searches any one of your live twins, so it's either an extender or a starter. And yeah, live twin home. Usually it's an extender, and it's a way to proc Dagda. But there's so many other ways to proc Dagda. Literally, you can just make the live twins, and then go into if you have like a way of getting through Dagda, you can literally make the live twins. And activate the evil twin effect and then proc Dagda that way. Or you can just activate secret password, activate any of your cards that resolve that like activate on field, and you do it. It's not really necessary, I don't think. Two secret password because it's a searcher for your searchers, so it's like okay, but I didn't want to play three of this because it's once per turn, and because I just don't like three of this copy. It's like I'd rather see other cards than Secret Password. Most of the time, you already have a starter, you already have a searcher. Most of the time, it's just extra stuff, and you don't really need it, I don't think. One Called by the Grave because this card's insane. Dude, I can't wait till it comes off the ban list, but I guess they're still trying to sell crossouts for some reason. Two Imperm because it's insane. Three Crossout because, again, just like any rogue deck, just like Heroes, just like Live Twins, I think this card, well, this card is necessary in the deck, but it's so easy to play. The deck is basically just like a 10-15 card engine. And everything else is free space. So three Crossout I think is really easy to play, and it's also just helps so much. Then three Droplet. Droplet is one of the best cards in this deck, specifically because the live twins need to have no cards on field to resolve, and because they don't need it's when they're summoned, and they don't need the other one to be on the field to resolve the effect, and they both have the same effect, so they both get you to the same thing. So if your opponent negates, you can Droplet, tribute the monster, negate that effect, and have their attack, which actually matters. And then go into the same play that you were going to go into, because both of the live twins do essentially the same thing. Okay, well, that's that. Let's go into the extra deck now. So one Access Code Talker. This is a flex spot. You can play Transcode Talker as well. You can play any other utility card. You could even play what's it called? Unchained Abomination, whatever. I think that's bad right now. It used to be good because it was the only thing you could go into, but Access Code Talker I think comes up more than all the others. Transcode Talker, yeah, it's good, but man, I don't know. I like Access Code Talker more just because it clears stuff, just because it comes up. A lot of the time you have a lot of monsters on your field, and it's just easy to go into Unicorn and then extend even more into like well, access code, and then it's just easy. Then one Nightmare Unicorn because it's a fiend, and because you can do it off of, and it has a really good effect, right? And more times than not, you can co-link it, so you can recuperate the card that you lost to activate its effect. One Lingeribo, I think this card's insane in the deck. Usually, a lot of the time, you have when you can't go into Dagda, you have an extra monster on the field, so you just go into Lingeribo, and it's like, yeah, okay, they can't imprint you, which is fantastic. One Dagda because it's so easy to make in this deck, and it's so easy to resolve in this deck. It's so easy to do Scythe in this deck, it's crazy. Then the Zeus package. So we have one Sky Cavalry Centuria. You could play Gachi Gachi, but this is just the better one, I think. And it got reprinted recently, so it's cheap now. One Downed Magician also got reprinted recently. And it's just a way to get an extra material on. And then Zeus. Zeus is insane. Zeus is a really good card, and you could do a lot of stuff with the Zeus play, especially if you open Live Twin Home. But then three Trouble Sunny because it's the best boss monster in the deck. It's so good. It's so good, man. It's the deck before this card was so much worse, but now I love this card. It's so fun. 2 Lila, not 3 Lila, because I think 2 Lila is better. You don't really ever need the 3 Lila, the third Lila. Usually it just stays in your extra deck and doesn't do anything. And if you're at a point where you run out of Kisakills and run out of and you're on your last Lila and have nothing else to go into, you're pretty much screwed already. So I'd rather use something else, and this is what let me fit the Lingariboin, which comes up a lot more than the third Lila. Then 3 Kill because it's the better one. It gets you the draw. It gets you the Lila. It gets you the Lila, which gets you the pop. So it's better to go into Kill first, or no, it's better to go into Kill because then you can bring back the Lila and get the pop on the next turn. Whereas with Lila, you can only get a draw during the next turn, which is great. But you can get both with Trouble Sunny, and it's better to have 3 Kill, I think. Again, in-depth explanation in the other video. But guys, so that's it for the deck profile, and now I'm gonna go on to film the combo video. But guys, if you enjoyed or if this helped you at all, please leave a like, maybe even subscribe. If you have any other decks that you want me to like build and show for you guys, I can definitely do it. If I don't have the cards, I can just do it on Yugioh Pro and record that and like go into everything, and it's not as fun as doing it like in person, but like it's still cool, right? It's still the deck, right? I think the next deck I'm going to do is actually branded. I'm missing a few of the cards, but I'll just use proxies for those because, like, why wouldn't I? I'll just use proxies for those. And yeah, like, you can always proxy things. I'm not in locals and not in, like, actual things. But if you're playing with your friends, like, yeah, whatever. Like, if you don't have the cards, it's whatever. I proxy a lot of my things just because I have a lot of, like, decks that use the same card, and I don't want to pay, like, $500 for, like, 3 copies of a card, right? So, yeah, anyway, guys, I hope this helped. And if it did, great. Hope you guys have a great day.